What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Technique Tuesday. We are here on vacation in the Bahamas at the Atlantis Resort and Casino, which is why we're in some random room that we found somewhere in the hotel. So we're borrowing it for the night. Anyway, we're gonna be working on what you guys have been asking about for the longest, my stretching routine. More specifically, I wanna go over what I was taught, which are the 3 T's of stretching: temperature, tension, and time. So the first T is temperature. You gotta make sure that your body is nice and warmed up before you get your stretching routine on. All right, because if you don't, you get in there going full bore into a full split, end up injuring yourself, pulling a muscle, you'll be out for an extended period of time. Nobody wants that. I'm gonna teach you how I go about doing my warm-up. All right, the second T is tension. This is the basis of the stretch. Making sure that you're keeping a good, consistent tension so that your muscles can benefit from that exercise. The last T is time, which is the duration that you hold each stretch. This may vary between individuals, but I like to hold my stretches for 30 seconds. All right, guys, we're gonna start off with the first T, which is temperature. Gotta make sure your body's nice and warmed up before you do your stretching. I'm gonna be showing you guys my routine. So what you're gonna be doing, you're gonna block off a 10-yard radius. And the exercise that I'm gonna show you, you're actually gonna be doing these down and back. I'm gonna show you stationary just so that you guys can kind of see what I'm gonna be doing. Now the first exercise that I like to do is high knee flies, which goes something like this. Now remember, this is down and back. High knees up, I'm gonna be working my flies. Knees up as I cross my arms. So it goes something like this. Oh, could be a dance move too, you know what I'm saying? See this right here? You're gonna go down and back. Oh, this really works on the dance floor, okay? Second drill we're gonna be doing, we call these the Rockettes. Also works on the dance floor as well. Yeah, bring it, let's go. You're gonna go down and back. And you're already giving yourself a little stretch in those hamstrings before you really get into that deep stretch, so that helps. Make sure that you don't kick too high to where you pull something. I like to keep mine fairly low. Next drill that you're gonna be doing down and back is the inside toe touches. And it goes like this. So, just touch them, you know what I'm saying? Just touch, fast feet, fast feet. As you can tell, my hips are very stiff. Next one, we're gonna slow it down a little bit, all right? As you can tell, I'm already huffing and puffing, and we're already getting the blood flowing already, and I'm not even going down and back. So this really works. So the next one goes something like this. Knee up high, I step out, knee does not touch the floor, and I twist. And then I go down and back. Knee up high, step out, and twist. Steps and twists, y'all. Steps and twists. All right, next exercise down and back is the squat, lean, and turn. I'm gonna show you this way so you know what's going on. All I do is I step out, give me a good squat, which is good for the legs, and I lean, and I like to point my toes up towards the sky. And I go the other way. Boom, squat, lean, and turn. Now from here, you're getting a good stretch in the ham and the inner thigh. So you're starting that stretch right off the bat. All right, we got 2 exercises left before I get into my static stretches. I'm gonna do what we call the high knees. I'm chopping the arms, bringing my knees up nice and fast. It goes like this. Down and back. The last one I like to do is called butt kickers. You know what I'm saying? Butt kickers. Same thing, chopping the arms. What's that dance right there? I think it's like the Destiny Child's dance. Chop the arms, just kick the butt. All right, so that is the end of our warm up. The body's warm, we're huffing and puffing. Now it's time to get into our static stretches. I'm not gonna show you guys anything crazy or new, and it's not about being crazy or new, it's just about being consistent with what you're doing. Now the things I wanna show you are fairly basic. This is something that I do every day. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I like to get my hamstrings and my glutes nice and flexible. So I like to start with that. Now these are really big and strong muscles. It's gonna take some extra time with these, but this stretch really helps my kicking game. Starting off with something very easy. Now you can start off however far apart you want. I like to start about shoulder width, and then I work my way in from there. I like to hold this stretch 3 sets of 30 seconds. And each time, I like to bring my feet a little bit closer in. So I like to keep my feet shoulder width, and I turn my toes slightly inward. It's really gonna help get a deep stretch. I like to stretch up, and then from there, I'll come down across my arms. Now my feet are shoulder width, toes are turned in, and as I come down, I like to keep my back slightly arched, it's gonna help keep that lower back strong. If you're not careful, you can actually stretch too much that lower back, and then you're prone for lower back injury. You don't want that, so keep that back slightly arched. Cross my arms, and I let my upper body do the stretching for me, just like so. And I'll sit there for 30 seconds apiece. I'll go straight, and then when I'm down there, I'll take my right elbow and I'll point it towards my left foot, like so. Right arm towards the left foot. I'll hold that for 30 seconds. And the last, I'll do left arm towards my right foot. I'll come down, let my upper body do the hanging, and point my left arm towards my right foot like so. And I'll sit there for 30 seconds. Each time, bringing my feet closer and closer. That really helps my kicking game. Next thing I like to do, so I'm working on the dexterity in my hips and really focusing on that inner thigh area, making sure that's nice and flexible. You guys have probably seen this before. So all I'm doing is taking my knees as far apart as possible. Knees are apart on the elbows, and I'll sit here for about 30 seconds, and then again, I'll do this 3 times for about 30 seconds apiece. Then I'll do another 30 seconds, but I'll take my right leg and I'll stick it out, like so. So I'll keep this knee bent, this leg is out, and I'll kind of rock again, back and forth. So then I've done right leg, I'll stick the left leg out, and I'll sit here for a good 30 seconds, moving forward and back. Now, I know what you're saying, Steven, that looks kind of funny, but for me, it's effective and it freaking works. So trust me, if you want to be kicking people in the face, you'll do this exercise. All right, next exercise, very simple. Knuckles on the floor. Right leg out, hip. Left leg out, dip. You gotta have the sound effects to go along with it. So, I like to let my feet slide. I rock my knees back and forth, allowing my feet to slide. Once I get good tension, I'll stay right there. And I'll just sit there for a good 30 seconds. After that 30 seconds, I'll stand up. Slowly, be careful coming up too fast. I'll kind of rock my knees out a little bit, wake those hips up, do it again. And you'll really feel it in those hips. Those are those hips getting that dexterity. They're getting those hips stretching. That's what you want to be able to kick people in the face. Up and down, and I like to go out a little bit farther, rocking those knees. And I'll just sit there. Woo! We're here after that last set of 30 seconds. You kind of slowly walk those feet back in, stretch those knees out, rock those knees out a little bit. And we move on to the last set. The last one is actually it's pretty easy. Actually, all these are easy. You just gotta do it consistently. Step out pretty far with that left foot, and I'll shoot my hips forward. This is great for that front hip. Now, I get a good stretch actually being in this position, but if you wanna get a little bit more stretch, you grab the back foot. That really stretches the quad as well and that hip, nice and deep. Once I've done right side, I'll do left side. Foot out, hip forward. Just like that. I'll go back and forth. 3 sets of 30, y'all. So which actually brings us to our last T, which is time. And this is what we've been talking about just about every exercise. 3 sets of 30. Make sure that you guys do it. It's actually pretty easy. You can do that stretching routine anywhere. So it doesn't require anything crazy. It's very simple, but effective. So while you're doing these exercises, you gotta remember and remind yourself to stay loosey-goosey. You know what I mean? You can't be too tense. If you're too tense, you're not gonna allow those muscle fibers to stretch like they're supposed to, and it's not gonna be effective for you. So stay loose, relax, yo. Also, make sure that you're breathing. You gotta breathe. Good, deep, meditative breath while you're doing just stretching, all right? It's gonna be very beneficial for you because it's gonna be painful. For those of you that don't stretch a whole lot, when you start doing these exercises, it's gonna be pretty painful, all right? So make sure you breathe as you do it. The more you stretch, the more accustomed to the pain you're gonna be, the more flexible you're gonna get, but you gotta stay consistent. Now, before I work out, I actually do a pre-stretch routine and a post-stretch routine. My pre-stretch is gonna benefit, it's gonna help me get ready for my exercises, if it's wrestling, if it's sparring, if it's strength conditioning, and then you have a post-stretch, which is gonna help with recovery and circulation in the body. But today, we just did my pre-stretch. We haven't even gotten to the post-stretch yet. I just wanted to get you guys focused on this, get working on it, and then later on, we'll show you some posts. If you liked it, man, hit me with that subscribe button, y'all. Come on now, if you haven't subscribed yet, what y'all waiting on? Hit me with those comments down below. Hit me with some likes. And ring that bell at the end, y'all. Have a good one. Catch you on the flip side.